Good morning. It is a rainy morning, but that's okay. We need that rain sometimes to knock those particles out of the air to make the sinuses feel a little bit better. I know the farmers are probably wishing it would wait so they could get the harvest done. But sometimes we all need different things. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Is it okay to pray for the things that you want? Well, of course it's okay. But always remember that the things that you want or that I want are all subject to the will and the wisdom of God Himself. I may pray that it rain, and a farmer may pray that it not. I may pray that it not rain, and then another farmer somewhere else may pray that it does. Well, who is God to answer? Who's He supposed to answer? Now, is God powerful enough to make it rain for one person and not for another at the same time? Well, I suppose He could. That would be a very supernatural event. But the thing I'm getting at here is that sometimes we human beings have our own specific desires and needs, but that they don't match up or they don't fit the situation, or sometimes they could be outside the will of God. It's okay to request from God. It's okay to ask Him, just like you might your father. Dad, can I have something? And your dad may tell you no, or he may tell you yes, or he may tell you wait, maybe after a while. God's much the same way. You see, He sees the big picture. We don't see the big picture every single day. We don't always know why things happen. Sometimes we pray for them to go the way we want them to. And sometimes that might not even be good for us. There are songs out there. I think Garth Brooks sang a song, I Thank God for Unanswered Prayers. You have any of those in your life? I know I sure do. Things you prayed for, you really thought you wanted, and then you realized maybe a week or a year later, boy, I'm glad that didn't happen. You see, God sees the future and He looks out for us. Now, you may ask, well, sometimes really bad things happen to people. Yes, that's true. That's just the nature of our fallen world. It's very difficult for us as human beings to comprehend what's going on and why things sometimes happen. Though, I do really believe that whatever happens is somehow structured within the will of God for our betterment. Now, how can someone being sick be for our betterment? I don't know. I don't have an answer. How can something tragic that happens have some kind of way to cause something somewhere to be better? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. All I can say is that if you look at the history of what's happened, if you look at the history of Christianity, did you know that almost every disciple that followed Christ was martyred? Some in horrible fashion, some in awful ways. Some of the biggest people that contributed the most to the Bible and to the Christian faith were killed in awful ways. Well, why, we might ask? Well, we look at it nowadays and we realize that those people died professing a faith which all they had to do was simply say, no, we made it up, we hid the body. Jesus really didn't rise from the dead. It was us, we made it all up. All they had to do was recant it, and they could have survived and had a decent life and be left alone. But they didn't. Why? It has to mean that they saw Him after He rose, and they knew that He was the Son of God. No one dies for a lie that they know is a lie. Sometimes people die for things that they think are the truth, but no one knowingly dies for something they know to be a lie. So the reality is sometimes we just don't know why bad things happen. Sometimes we don't know why good things happen. Have you ever had something good happen to you that you just didn't deserve? I think the secret to life is to trust God, because all things work together. All things work together for those that love Him. And I know that that's hard sometimes. And I know that we don't always understand it. I don't always understand it. But I know this: God has our best interest at heart. Have a great day. See you next time. Be kind to each other.